This is what 500,000 miles on original injectors look like. And this is what 0 miles looks like on the new stage 1.5 full force diesel injectors. And today in this video, we're gonna be taking these old injectors out and putting these new stage 1.5 180cc injectors by full force diesel in. Once everything is installed, we're gonna be testing the performance and what all changed after the new injectors are in on the 7.3 Powerstroke. Stay tuned. All right, these are the new full force diesel stage 1.5 180 by 30cc injectors. And today we're gonna be unboxing them for you guys. Wrap here, it's actually a pretty heavy box. It's probably about 20-ish pounds. A little full force diesel packaging here. I've got the full force diesel packaging here. I'm actually gonna unbox this right now. This is a really cool, badass package, guys. If you guys want to pick up these injectors for yourself, they'll be linked down in the description down below. You can use this code right here for free shipping off your first order on these injectors, complimentaries of Powerstroke Central fans. Nice little kit right here. Each injector is individually packaged inside this little kit here. So as you guys can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a whole nother layer below this. We take off that cushion. We're gonna go ahead and set these injectors over here to the side. I want to be super careful with them. The next layer there, down so that way you guys can see it a little bit better. So you've got the top layer injectors. They sit on this nice cushion piece of foam so nothing gets hurt. The next piece of foam goes up on top of them. 8 injectors here that we are going to be replacing. I'll be showing you guys the full install, also the before and after too. I'm going to be showing you guys taking these old ones out, what the old ones look like, and then we're going to be installing these new full force diesel injectors. These injectors are single shot injectors. The ones I have now are split shot injectors. They come in the factory split shot. Mainly just increase my fuel economy. Also give me a little bit more horsepower. What they said to do first, go ahead and remove your cold air intake. I'm also going to remove both my intercooler pipes, the one going to the turbo. So I'm going to be removing a lot of the other stuff that's on top of the valve cover. First, I'm going to remove the cold air intake here. So that comes off. I use a 8mm socket in order to get the cold air intake off. Pull the battery out. There's 2 bolts over here, 2 bolts over here. You want to make sure you get these down here. There's this one, this one, this one, this one. Pull the IF sensor out. So gotta get the intercooler off now. First pipe is out, and that one's gonna be up there by the turbo. Get this guy off. Struggling with that. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this cover off right here. And then it says to go into this steel, get an 11mm, pull that off. And then we're basically in from there. So got this little case off here, 10mm. Okay, just set that aside. Ooh, that was close. 13mm to get the valve cover off, but these injectors, guys, have never been touched for 500,000 miles. So it is gonna be kind of a challenge to get those off, but I think we'll be able to pull it off here. Now we're able to get this little guy out of there, and I'm just not even gonna touch this, guys. I'm just gonna set this kind of out to the side there. Pull this hose off. We don't really need to pull the whole deal off, like I said earlier. Kind of like that. Put that guy down there. All right, we're gonna pull the actual valve cover off. Cut our deep socket 13mm here. Pull these guys off. So you need to take your 13mm, and you gotta, it's kind of a challenge to get up in there. And you guys can kind of see how I'm doing it here. Just kind of loosening that up. That one got right out. Now these are gonna be pretty easy to get off. There's a bolt on that back side. Let's see if we can get it with this swivel socket here. This little bugger right here. I was using a deep socket for all of the other 13mm bolts, but for this one, I used a smaller half socket, and that was actually able to get the job done. You gotta really get in there and really push on it. Pull this valve cover off here, and it's off. Look at that. That is what 500,000 miles on injectors looks like right there in all of its glory. Try to pull these off. All right, that pulls right off there. Now we need to disconnect all of these guys. All right, so those actually just push straight down. Disconnect all those guys. Glow plugs actually just pop off right here. Reach up in there and pull them off. So we got the valve cover gasket off. I lost one of these clamps, so now I gotta go find it.
I get saved the day, boys. We got it.
Got to get this top Allen wrench bolt off, and then we've got to get this bottom bolt off here. And we need to do that for every single injector here. So once we get this top one and bottom one off, we should be able to slide the pin or the deal up and pull that injector out. So I'm just taking this Allen wrench here. Bam. Should pull right out. I'm just going to go ahead and loosen up all of them here. All right, this whole piece comes off, guys, when you do that. You can see right there, it's 2 off. I'm going to go ahead and just now get the bottom bolts off here with this ratchet. 5/8 will work. Just like that, that's the bolt. For the first injector, since my truck has such high mileage, I had to get up in there with a screwdriver and pry it up. It should come out now. Oh, comes right out. 500,000 miles, guys. First one is out. Lots of oil. Gonna go put this one aside. All right, as you guys can see right there, that's what it looks like. I think we can just throw the other ones in there. I'm gonna go get the full force ones. I'm gonna actually pull all these off, and then we'll go get the full force ones and pull that off. But lubing up these injectors here. We're just using this 5W20. Here they are right here. Just basically taking it, getting all that oil on there.
Stick it in. It's gonna have a mess.
First injector going in, guys. All right, so we just screw it in there. Oil deflector. I'm just gonna get this guy snug here. Basically just gonna be doing the same thing for every single other injector. I wanna get them all in tonight, so I'm gonna catch up with you guys when we got those all installed. So we've got all the injectors in now. We're gonna try to not start it, we're gonna roll it out here, make sure nothing's locked up.
Locked up?
It is. Pull the glow plugs out. In order to keep the engine from locking up, to pull the glow plugs out so we don't hurt anything. Pulling the glow plug out, guys. All right, first glow plug out. Now we gotta get the other two, or the three. We're gonna get the other three now, guys, and then I'll catch up with you guys. Bam. All right, we're gonna put the glow plugs back in. All right, gang, we got all the glow plugs back in, and now I'm gonna go ahead and try to start it. I'm just gonna crank it first, make sure it's not locked up. Thing is trying to crank, which is good. That means nothing's locked up. Thing sounds good though. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. We're on day 2 of the injector install. Still got to put the valve cover and all the wiring harness on the other side. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm also gonna be taking the other intercooler pipe off. That way we can have access to this valve cover on this side. This little gasket, this little cover here goes on there first, kind of exactly like we took it off. All the bolts are on now. That backside bolt was once again harder to get on. Head and start on the other side now. Take off that other side intercooler. Jesus crikey. Cut off sales good, mates.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
Oh shit. After slicing my arm and breaking something on the truck, we finally got the intercooler off here. Driving across the country, I ended up breaking off my MAP sensor on accident. So I was trying to pull the intercooler off, and I broke off the MAP sensor. This right here, it was $161, guys. So pretty hefty expense for the rig. But that being said, we're back in business here. So now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm basically just gonna be pulling this valve cover off. There's nothing much more to it. Do exactly like we did on the other side, and then we'll catch up with you guys when this side injectors are installed. Moment of truth here. Damn. Damn. I'm gonna put the glow plugs back in now. You're basically ready to kind of put everything back together. Got everything back on, the glow plugs are back in. Make sure everything's good, nothing's locked up. So I'm just gonna hit it one more time. Okay, I think the battery's just weak. That's our deal. Sounds fine though. Everything back together exactly like it came off. You guys already saw how it goes back together. I basically just it's exactly how it came off. I'm putting it all back together. We'll cut real quick to when it's all back on. Yeah, stay tuned. I think it's something with the PCM, why it's not turning over like that. And I can fire it up with this, so. There it goes. It started, boys. Second rip. Doesn't sound very good, but it started. I don't know why cranking up top, but it works great right here. I think I might have just done the dumbest thing. I figured out why I couldn't start it with the cranker, but I could start it with this, no sweat. That was because I disconnected this in order to start it with this, and I never put it back. So we're gonna put it back and see if it works. There it goes. There it goes. Yes! Woohoo! Let's just hope nothing blows up now. Woo! We got it. Everything starts, everything runs fine. I knew that was the issue. Put the cold air intake now back on, and then we'll go from there. Everything is on. Now I'm gonna pull out of the driveway, and we're gonna go ahead and do some driving tests for you guys. There she goes. All right, first drive here. fast. I'm gonna drive around now for a little bit with you guys, and then I'll do some more outside the cab sound tests later. In the next video you guys see, I'm gonna be custom tuning this thing. Right now I just have these basic stock Hydra tunes on it. Right now everything is running okay. Once I put those custom tunes on it, I think everything will run better. Ooh, she's got a little pep in its step, boys. Now I need a new turbo, because this turbo is like, it doesn't really keep up with it. I need more boost. So I've been driving it for about a couple miles now, and everything feels fine, but she's definitely a lot faster, like way faster, boys. Once I put those custom tunes by Full Force on it, I will be able to actually dump a lot more and be able to actually get a lot more pep in its step. I just wanted to test drive it, make sure everything was running okay before I put the tunes on it. Hey guys, I'm liking these new injectors. Ooh, she's fast. I'm gonna see if they get better fuel mileage too. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of tests throughout the week, so make sure you guys subscribe. I'm about to do some outside the cab now, so stay tuned. Holy hell, the 0-60 is probably like 6 seconds, probably max. That was the 5K subscriber injector special for you guys. That's not all. We're gonna be doing a ton of videos with these, so make sure you guys subscribe. Next video we see, we're gonna be actually custom tuning these, doing a 0-60 test and a couple other tests with these, so make sure you guys subscribe. Yeah, that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys wanna pick up some Powerstroke Central merch, we got hats, shirts, all sorts of stuff down in the description down below. It's the only way I'm able to fund these videos. Also, huge shout out to Full Force Diesel. If you guys wanna pick up these injectors, they'll be first link down in the description down below, stage 1.5 injectors. But we're gonna be doing a ton more videos with these, so make sure you guys keep watching. If you guys want to watch more badass truck content, you guys can up here or down there. Peace out, guys.